other neighborhood teams. You can see it in the campus engagement right here. So without any further ado, I want to introduce our chairman of this Democratic Party, Governor Howard Dean.
This is actually the second to last stop on the Register for Change tour. We're going to keep doing it, but not in this big fancy bus you see behind us. Because I got to go out to Oregon and Washington. It's a lot to bring a bus across the country twice. But the tour started in Crawford, Texas.
All right.
And the reason we started in Crawford, Texas, well, there are two reasons. The first was that we want to remind everybody that John McCain voted with George Bush 95% of the time, and there's no difference between Bush Cheney and McCain Palin. You want 4 more years of Bush Cheney? You can vote for that. You can vote for that. People asked me what I thought of Sarah Palin's speech, and I said, you know, I thought the first half of it was great. She kind of told us a little bit about her and all that stuff. But the second half, she just sounded exactly like Dick Cheney. You know, I did not hear one word about what she was going to do for the people in Missouri who are struggling with $4 a gallon gas. I did not hear one word about what she was going to do for all the people who were struggling to keep jobs and keep their houses. Not one word. Not one word from Mitt Romney, not one word from Rudy Giuliani, not one word from Mike Huckabee, and not one word from John McCain. We don't need 4 more years of Bush Cheney. We need a real change in this country. So there is a really big difference between Barack Obama and Joe Biden on the one hand, and John McCain and Sarah Palin and Dick Cheney and George Bush on the other. We can do better, and we should do better. And we need a party that has some ideas, not a party that stands up and makes all these promises. I couldn't believe Mitt Romney's speech when he blamed liberals on the Supreme Court for things. I think this is the last time there was a liberal on the Supreme Court. They can say anything they want. If we believe him, then it's our fault.
That's right.
Now, this is fun, even if it is at 10 o'clock in the morning, and we're gonna win. But we're not going to win without you. And so, anybody here with from the Obama campaign want to raise their hand? Anybody have clipboards or anything like that, or sign up people?
All back
they're
there.
all back there. Tables and stuff. Okay, all those tables. Okay, we're going to do a little thought exercise here. I want you to imagine a ring of really burly security people surrounding this whole thing. You ain't leaving here until you sign up at those tables. And the burly security people are going to stop you from doing it. And I'm serious about this. Barack Obama's not going to win this. I'm not going to win this. Joe Biden's not going to win this. Kelly's not going to win this. You're going to win this election. You are going to win this election. And we can't do it without you. I need you to sign up. And you've already registered upwards of 600 people. That's an extraordinary thing. But we need thousands and thousands of people registered to vote and to turn out to the polls. Now, I got a little quick briefing on the absentee voting situation. It's not so easy to vote absentee in Missouri. But we need you to get to the polls, and we need you to bring people to the polls. The 2 biggest jobs of the next president of the United States are, 1, to heal America. We've had 30 years of ugly, divisive, scapegoating politics where one party thought that the best way to win elections was to pick out a particular group, they rotate the groups, and make everybody mad at them and then say you should come out and vote for us because we're against them too. That is terrible for the country. It's a great way to win an election, but it is really harmful to our country, and your generation has said no to that. Your generation votes so heavily for Democrats because you have said no to that vision of America. This is a great and extraordinary country. It is a very special country. It's the greatest country on earth, not because we as individuals are better human beings than people who live in other countries, but because the ideals that we have in this country are so extraordinary. We are maybe the only country that believes that idealism is more important than cynicism, that we can hope for a greater presence, that we can hope for a greater ideal in our country, that we ought to use our collective community to say yes to the things that we have that are hopeful and no to our worst instincts. This is a matter of healing America and putting an end to the politics of division and hate and anger. That's what Barack can do. I'm so proud that he's reaching out to evangelical Christians, and I'll tell you why. If if you look at evangelical Christians under 35 years old, the most important issues for them are poverty, climate change, and Darfur. That is a Democratic Party. Those are Democratic issues. Why shouldn't we work with anybody who agrees with us on those issues? This is not about whether they're going to vote for us or not. I dare say the majority of evangelical Christians will not vote Democratic in this next election. But there is common cause with every American on some issues. And the message that we get from your generation is, would you please stop fighting about the things that you can't agree on and start working together on the things that you do agree on to make the world a better place?